All I want is the perfect camera. All I want is the perfect camera.
Can you see a difference? There's a slight price difference. One company is still in business, the other pretends to be. Is it obvious? I stopped down the tone factor, you'll never know. If you're wondering why the Sony looks like hot garbage in the first clip, I started off on the ground like this and pressed record, and when I got back, the video was like sideways. I don't know if it still did it. I tried to replicate it, but there must be a mode in here to do vertical video, and it was so I had to double it, and oh god, what a dumb mode. I can't believe it would start like that. Oh, that hurts. It hurts the ego. I'm good at my job. We got the Sony A7S III with the Tamron 17-28 on your left, which it's the whole shot now. I knew that. I knew I was going to switch it up, but it was on your left. It's in my right hand, which confuses me every time. Is that a squirrel? It's a garbage bag. Let's move on. Versus the little Olympus EM1 Mark III with the fisheye 8mm Tony 1.8. It's a combo. It's a combo. I do have to stretch it. Here's what it looks like originally. Then we move it. And then it'll never look right, but it's better than the fish-like factor of our hearts. The tone, the colors, Olympus colors. All right, let's stop your hobo ass back down. We were at Tony 4. Now it's a 2.8 equivalent. How we doing on it? Active stabe engaged, digital stabe engaged. Did somebody already win the battle? So I figured today we talk a little bit about the Olympus. They're coming out with a firmware update, and they just released a ridiculous lens, $75,000 in America, $10 million in Canada. Who's going to buy that thing? I have no idea, but let's just test the stabilization. We all know who's going to win it, but we could try. Sony active mode, here's the deal. I forgot this for some reason, but you can't move faster than this. Oh god, I can see it shaking. And if you do this, it's fine. Or is it? Whereas Olympus, it doesn't matter what you do. I don't think you even have to be careful. You can just speed walk. You could fall off a curb. But does the auto exposure compensate for its needs? Oh, it looks good. Oh, the Olympus. Look at those blue skies. I tell ya, the color science of Olympus, I think it's number one. If I'm giving my honest opinions, Olympus is number one. Canon, I'll give you number two. You're right up there. They're almost identical, so you could flip-flop them. Fuji number three. I should have made a whole video on this. That was a wasted opportunity for money. I'm a moron. Then maybe Nikon. And then probably, I give it to Sony, then Panasonic. And I know some of y'all flip-flop all those, you're losers. It's one of the only downsides of the Sony system. We changed some things. I just watched Gerald Undun's FX6 review. I'll give my thoughts on it as an A7S III user. Am I jealous? I'll give you my thoughts in another video. It's not that important to me. It's a stupid camera. I gave the video away. I'm a moron. But Gerald Undun said he uses color phase +2. So I went in there, I tweaked something. We're at that, +2, and then I went into the colors. I did red +2 and yellow -4, since I seem to be so yellow in the camera for some reason. Sony's new color science is bullshit, whereas Olympus never lets you down. You just couldn't let anybody down if you tried, except in exposure usually. It's a bright sunny day. We're facing the sun. Who handles it? Olympus takes a while, and Sony does weird things. It's unpredictable. How about side lighting? No? So Olympus is releasing a firmware for this and the EM1X. I don't know, man. Raw video with the Ninja, it doesn't excite me. The only thing they improved was the stabilization. That's the last thing you need to work on. Who the hell is like, okay, We need to fix this camera. That stabilization. Look at it. That's disgusting. Okay, let's fix that. That's number one priority. You Japanese investment firm pieces of shit. It's the last thing on earth you needed to fix. Just add some more customizability to it. That's what we need. Let me change some settings in there. You wouldn't even need to change a setting if you wanted to. So I'll make sure to test the new and improved stabilization of the Olympus firmware when we get it, so it'll finally be usable. But that's just, your priorities are off base and irresponsible. The weather took a turn for the worst. Got a little chilly out, but I figured we'd do a little catalyst browse flexing. Is it working? Take that, Olympus, you piece of shit. It took 17 hours to render, but I don't mind. I have plenty of time. I'm not cutting this clip short. Just want to keep going. I don't mind waiting. I like it. Gives you a break. Stop. That Sony's a little heavy. A little bit heavy. So let's test the slow motion, then we'll sit down in the park to test the dynamic range in manual. We'll get it right. Because that's the main complaint about the Olympus cameras. There's a car and a human being. They're both looking at me. I'm terrified. What do I do? He laughed at me. And she's confused about her sexuality. How was that hyperlapse? I tried to... Somebody left a comment saying they do hyperlapses on the Sony A7S III by lowering the shutter super low. So I did it 1/1/5, something like that, and just went for it. Active stabe. I know it turned out amazing. Oh, the cinema was ours. So we're on the Olympus. I want to do a little test here. We're in the flat profile. I have a feeling that the standard had better color science. Let's witness that. The only reason I use this is because of the dynamic range glory. The clouds just went by, and I manual did everything. Oh, what do I do in this situation? When there's no zebras. Too far. Let's switch to standard and see if the colors are different. Skin tones, grass, sky. Okay, we're in standard. It looks different. It looks more contrasty. We definitely lost some cloud information. Greens, not as pleasing. Skin, teenage girl-like in its abilities. And yes, we're in digital stabilization on a bench, on a tripod. Let's not do that. And here's the oh my God, we got a squirrel. We got a squirrel. Come here, buddy. Hey, buddy, jump up on the arm. Oh, I've trained you well. I have trained you hard. Just don't attack my neck and we'll be good. Here. Oh, it fell. He's getting it. Yay. So we're in the log now. This is the worst. It's so over sharpened. That's why I never use it. Olympus, this is the things you need to work on. Like, who would have a log format that's so over sharpened? The whole point of being in log is that you can tweak it and it's neutral. We got this baked in sharpness. It gives you diseases. Otherwise, we'd be fantastic. So let's switch to flat, I think is the best, and we'll compare it to my lover over here. It's not even on. Okay, this test is gonna be a nightmare, but we're at 24, shutter 1/500th, and ISO 200 on both. And the sun is coming out. Ah, you piece of shit. Is any of them handling it better? Is there highlight, roll-off dignity in either? Does one have better dynamic range? I mean, I know I just did the G9 versus A7S III, and there were times where the G9 performed better. It looked like it had more dynamic range. There's no way in hell it does. But in that moment, it did it better. I find Panasonic auto exposures better. Exposures? Oh, where's the squirrel? Distract them with the squirrel. Okay, now we're at 2.8 on both. We're clipping some stuff, probably. Can we bring it down better on one of them? No one cares. Oh no, we're underexposed now. And there's a squirrel coming to kill me. Will he come to kill me? Hey, buddy. Yay! Who raised the shadows with less noise? No one cares. I was like, why is the Sony so much more cropped in? It's like they were equal before. I had active stabe on. Oh, we knew it would happen. So now we're in cloudy white balance for both. Did that change the color sign? Is it snowing? You're snowing on me? I'm doing a review. Oh, you piece of shit. Pieces of shit. And auto everything again. Aperture priority. 1.8, 2.8. There's a squirrel trying to kill me. Oh my God. He's demanding I pay him attention. Yay. Hey, buddy. I thought you were my co-host. All right, let's do a little autofocus test and then I'll leave. I'll leave. So who won your heart today? Hey, buddy. Who is the better standing next to a tree that a dog peed on camera in the snow? Are either of them weatherproof? Is it? Did I say weatherproof? Oh, boy. Just tell me who won. You know, I'm still debating getting that 12mm Tony 2 for this Olympus, just because it would be a nice compact system. I like the colors. We'll see how it performed today, but the Sony seems to kill every camera I have. It's like, why choose any other one over this? There's not a lot of reasons, other than colors. But those don't really matter. I made a video on it, and I'm standing by it. So, I'm gonna leave. It's freezing, and it's snowing, and this video is amazing. Oh boy, I'm gonna go. Subscribe for more videos.